folks, Eric, the whatever guy, because it really is whatever for me. And do you folks want to know about SB 46, a bill that would change criminal possession laws in the state of Alabama for marijuana? You guys stick around, man, and we'll talk about that. As you guys know, my name is Eric. I am the whatever guy, and usually videos a couple days a week, basically keeping you guys updated in the world of Delta 8. Delta 9, Delta 10, hemp cannabis, what's going on in Alabama. And guys, today, man, sitting here early on a Monday morning, getting ready to talk to you guys about SB 46, man. I find it interesting that SB 46 has been on the table since March of 2023. As we move forward into medical marijuana and getting into a position where we can actually get medical marijuana up on the shelf, we are also watching the states around us and what's going on with the criminalization or the decriminalization of marijuana, and maybe the scheduling of marijuana in a different direction in some of these states, especially in a state like Florida. Now, yesterday afternoon, it was a little bit early. I was cooking dinner a little bit early. I'd got hungry and I had some kids over at the house. And so I was cooking dinner yesterday, and Jennifer Hogan, man, she contacted me on Facebook Messenger. And for the folks that don't know, Jennifer Hogan's a firecracker, man. Like, she is all over the place. She is literally a big time proponent for legalizing of marijuana in the state of Alabama. She keeps people updated. She's actually on the ground pushing flyers out, man. She is got to be on the move all the time. I would imagine that she is someone that stays busy quite a bit, a lot. She actually brought SB 46 up to, SB 42 up to my attention again. I knew about this bill, but it's one of those deals where, like, SB 42 has been up on the shelf. There is no news articles out about it. Like, you can do a Google search and you can't find any news articles about it. And I think the easiest thing for me to do, guys, would be to read the message that I got from Jennifer Hogan yesterday. And you guys check this out. It says, "Hey, Eric, I highly doubt that you'll find an article concerning the decriminalization bill SB 42 on ENA Media site." And she was right, I didn't. "Not unless the public really speaks out in favor of it on the Legiscon page. The media won't make the public aware, unlike with the gaming bill, of a bill to initiate cannabis decriminalization until after it is voted on. At least that's my opinion. I'd love to see you touch on this issue for your YouTube channel. I truly gain insight to different perspectives by watching and reading the comments. I've been posting handwritten flyers around Dothan today, urging folks to contact their representatives. I even included the rep's email and phone number for those local to Dothan, as well as instructions how to Google who is my rep if they're not local residents. Again, I don't believe that the media outlets will mention the decrim bill, at least not until it's after it's voted on. Our legislators would rather the citizens not know that we don't encourage our reps and senators to vote on SB 42. I've emailed every one of the Judiciary Committee members urging a yes vote, as well as emails to Representative Paul Lee, both in my name and obviously my husband has too. And I've commented on the Legiscan page, dude, if this doesn't pass and Florida goes rec in November, I pinky swear promise that come the 1st of 2025, Alabama law enforcement will be out en masse on every beach route between Montgomery and Florida state line. They'll be targeting Alabamians, pulling them over for non-existent trivialities in the pursuit of cannabis convictions. I'm doing my best to make folks aware. So many simply do not understand that we can't just pass a petition. We had to contact our legislatures. Anyway, whether you mention the decrim bill or not, I'm an avid subscriber, and I look forward to seeing to your next video. Thank you for next time." Guys, I appreciate Jennifer Hogan's extremely nice comments. She's given me way more credit than I deserve. I'm just someone that gets on here and just spouts off about stuff that I want to talk about as far as the medical marijuana and stuff like that. She's extremely correct. There is no legal news articles or anything about SB 42. The only thing that you can find is in Legiscan, like she's saying. I'm going to flip over to Legiscan so you guys can take a look at it. And this is basically a bill that would basically eliminate the amount of marijuana that you can carry. I think it goes down to an ounce. And she's right. As soon as November rolls around, because we already talked about many times on this channel about the Florida recreational bill that's coming forward. We do know that in April the judge is probably going to side with the voters and allow the voter legalization ballot to be on the ballot in November. And we also know that about 75% of the people in the state of Florida want recreational marijuana. So we're 100% positive that we're going to have recreational marijuana pretty soon in the future here in the state of Florida. And like she comments, there is going to be a rash of cops that are going to be sitting on those lines in between Florida and all the beach routes, coming back, catching people, pulling them over, and basically all those people that are driving over the line to get marijuana in the state of Florida, rather than that we could have got it in the state of Alabama if we could ever get wrecked. But it's not going to work out that way. This bill, what it would do is allow people to have a certain amount of marijuana in their hand and allow it to be a misdemeanor charge, rather than allowing all these counties and cities that are on the state line of Alabama and all the way up to Montgomery to gain a lot of money and traction in what's going on in legal criminal liabilities for what's going on with this legal possession, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be driving across the state line to go get marijuana. I would imagine that the dispensaries, the medical marijuana dispensaries in Alabama that eventually pop up, that are going to be down here on this southern port of Alabama, are not going to be selling out their product very well, because especially when those people can just drive across the line and get recreational marijuana without any issues. And so that's where we're going to have the issues coming forward, is those folks coming from Florida back over to Alabama with their recreational marijuana that they purchased, and these cops pulling them over for trivial stuff like trivia. I mean, I've been pulled over for the craziest things, so that they can get some opportunity to search your vehicle and find out if you got marijuana. And that is going to be full on whenever it decides to go recreational marijuana in Florida, because I mean, I'm not going to lie to you about it. I mean, I'm on the state line of Florida and Alabama right now. I live just below Bruton, Alabama, and I'm down here and one of those reasons is because of all the crazy stuff we got going on in Alabama. There is no way that I would drive through the state of Alabama with any amount of THCA flower or THC or anything like that going on, because I know sooner or later I'm going to get pulled over and there's going to be some sort of issues going on with it. This bill right here would solve it. We need folks to reach out to their representatives. We need folks to start getting more involved in this. And let me just say, that I myself needed to be made aware of Senate Bill 42. I was aware of this before, but like she said, there's no news articles on this. There's nobody is going to report, no news stations, no news articles, nothing in here other than when you Google, you can go over to here to Legiscan and pick this out. I think this is legiscan.com. You can look for Alabama Bill SB 42, and this is basically what it says here. It says, relating to crimes and offenses, to amend sections of Code of Alabama 1975 to provide further for the crimes of unlawful possession of marijuana in the first and second degree, to revise the criminal penalties, to provide for expungement of a charge, finding, or conviction under certain conditions, and in connection therewith would have its purpose or effect the requirement of a new and increased expenditure of local funds within the meaning of section 11105 of the Constitution of Alabama. Now I'm going to switch over here to a PDF version of this law right here, so that we can get a better understanding of exactly what's going on with this law right here. And again, I believe this law was brought forward. This bill was brought forward by, it's Senator Singleton. That would be someone that you would also call and let him know that you're in support of his bill that was actually brought forward in the regular session of March of 2023. And it says here, under existing law, a person commits the crime of unlawful possession of marijuana in the first degree if he or she possesses marijuana for other than personal use, or possesses marijuana for personal use only after having been previously convicted of unlawful possession in the second degree, or unlawful possession of marijuana for his or her personal use only. This bill would amend the crime of unlawful possession of marijuana in the first degree to provide that a person commits the crime if he or she possesses 1 or more ounces of marijuana, and would prescribe new criminal penalties based on the number of prior violations. Under existing law, a person commits the crime of unlawful possession of marijuana in the second degree if he or she possesses marijuana for personal use only. Existing law provides that the crime of unlawful possession of marijuana in the second degree is a Class A misdemeanor. This bill would amend the crime of unlawful possession of marijuana in the second degree to provide that a person commits the crime if he or she possesses less than 1 ounce of marijuana, and would reduce the criminal penalty to a violation punishable by a fine. Guys, this is a good law right here. This would eliminate exactly what Jennifer Hogan is talking about, with all the law enforcement basically pulling over people that are coming from Florida, that had went over to Florida to get their marijuana, and they're basically on the way back, because that's going to put a lot of money in the coffers, man. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit going on. That was something that obviously I should have covered a long time ago. I appreciate Jennifer Hogan for bringing that forward, because obviously this is a big time issue, and we already have a bill. We have a bill right here, guys, that we can basically support. And here's something else I wanted to show you guys too. Jennifer Hogan doesn't just speak it; she's actually the real deal. If you scroll on down here to Legiscan, the very first comment you're going to find is from Jennifer Hogan. It says, "Stop putting people in jail and prison for a plant. The people of Alabama are tired of being persecuted, communing with God as he directed Moses so many years ago in the Bible. The state of Alabama has been negating the religious beliefs and practices of its people for far too long as pertains to cannabis and our sacramental rights." Guys, she's obviously someone that fully believes in the decriminalization of marijuana, as I do. I notice also that the very second comment on there was Steve Holt, another big time person that basically pushes for decriminalization of marijuana in the state of Alabama. I don't recognize the Michael Prox, the next the next person down. But I definitely, obviously, Jennifer Hogan was the reason for this video, and obviously Steve Holt that I've have interacted with quite a bit on social media. He is posted quite a bit on medical marijuana and marijuana in general as far as the state of Alabama goes. All right, folks, whatever got signing off. Hope everyone's having a great week, and I appreciate you guys watching the video and hanging out with me. I did partake a little bit before I went out, so this video is a little bit all over the board. But you guys need to get in touch, man. You guys need to really start getting in touch with your representatives. You need to figure out what's going on. I will see if I can't get Jennifer Hogan to post maybe some sort, or maybe send me over a PDF, something that I can post in the comments of, you know, that way you guys can just maybe a quick reference where you can find who your representative is, and maybe we can put down some sort of instructions down there where you can find out where your representatives. We need people to start reaching out to the representatives and let them know that we want a yes vote on SB 42. All right, folks, whatever got signing off, and I'll talk to you guys later, man. Love you. See you.